welcome to this pick a card reading. Today we're going to be finding out what your month of November is going to look like. So I have two piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1 with this cute pumpkin painting. And this is pile 2 with this jack-o'-lantern. Okay, the timestamps will be in the description below, so I'll give you guys a chance to pick and we'll go ahead and get started. Hello pile 1, if you chose this cute pumpkin, then welcome to your reading. So we're going to be finding out what your November is going to be looking like. So I have this deck here, so I'm going to grab 5 cards. So let's go ahead and see. For those that picked pile 1, what is their November going to look like? What's happening to them in this month of November? What's happening to those that picked pile 1 in November? So we have the Sun, the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords. 2 more, please. What's happening to those that picked pile 1 in November? You have the Ace of Wands. Okay, 1 more. And you have the 9 of Wands. Okay. On bottom, what do you have? You have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this reading is about your career or your work. Okay, so I'm going to shift these a bit because they're not in the right order. Okay, so should I hold them up for you? Let's see. So you have the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Wands. You have 2 9s. Ace of Wands, and finally the Sun. So it's kind of a moderately important month for you guys. Okay. So the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. So either you have been struggling with your work life, you've been having difficulties, it's a bit of a struggle for you, especially with this 9 of Wands here. Either this is your present energy or this is going to be the energy for the beginning and the majority of the middle of your month of November, okay? So, because the 3 of Pentacles is about work, cooperation, and those types of things, whereas the 9 of Swords is about stress and nightmares per se, nightmares and anxiety. Okay, so it's been difficult in your work life for whatever reason. Okay, you feel like you've had a fight for your place, or it's been a kind of a battle for you. Okay, by the end of the month, you have the Ace of Wands and the Sun. You're gonna have a bit of a breakthrough, right? A moment that's kind of joyful and successful, right? You're gonna have I'm thinking it's an epiphany. This isn't the Ace of Swords, but it feels like an epiphany, right? Like a realization. It also feels particularly creative because you have the sun here. That's like Leo energy. It's creative. We're next to the Ace of Wands, right? So you've been struggling over here, working with people or just your work life in general. It's been hard for you. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety and a lot of, oh no, I don't know if it's going to work out type of situation going on. But then at the end, you have the Ace of Wands, right? So you go from a 9 to a 1. All right. So all this stress and all this anxiety and all this disastrous energy goes down, right? So it's good to know that by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling so much better. You're going to feel rejuvenated, okay? See, it's so dark over here, right? So gloomy and a little bit horrible, right? But do you see the progression? It's dark here with the pitch black with the 9 of Swords. And then slowly sun starts to come up, right? Slowly coming up. Then we have the Ace of Wands and then finally the sun. The sun is up by the end of the month of November, okay? So if you've been having a really hard time with your work life, things just aren't going your way, or there's always seems to be, like I'm seeing like a gear getting stuck, like someone threw a wrench into your gears and it's just not really working out for you, then just know that by the end of November, you're going to have an epiphany, or your work life is going to be so much easier for you to handle, right? You're going to feel more joyful, more creative, more excited and happier, all right? With King of Pentacles on bottom and the Emperor, some of you may decide to just abandon your current path and switch, like jump ship, go somewhere else, okay? For others of you, there's a promotion on the way, and for others of you, it's maybe there's a Taurus that's bugging you, okay? But either way, stability is coming your way by the end of the month, okay? The King of Pentacles, ultimate stability, okay? That's a promise for you. Even on bottom, but under that, you have the Emperor. That's total stability, right? It screams stability, all right? Even the tree is the same, okay? It's saying the same thing. So by the end of the month, you're really gonna be feeling so much better. You're gonna feel brighter, lighter, and happier. Just know that this little battle that you have going on is going to last for a little bit, right? I'm seeing like the first 1 or 2 weeks, all right? Then about the 3rd week to the end, it's going to be easier for you, okay? So now I'm going to grab my playing deck and see what more information we can get for you, okay? So other messages for pile 1, please. You have the 7 of Swords, okay. Let's get 2 more. Yeah, you have the 3 of Pentacles again, okay. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is really just, they're just reiterating what I've already said, which is that this is definitely about your work life, your career, your passions, that type of pathway, all right? Yeah, so the 7 of Swords here is telling me that you feel like you've been cheated, betrayed, or kind of like there's been something wrong, or there's going to be something a little bit off happen in your work life. Maybe someone like says something nasty, or they're just making it very uncomfortable for you to be in that workplace or that area or in this field, okay? The 7 of Swords here. 7 of Swords indicates like cheating or deception or lies, or, someone trying to get away with something, right? It's causing you some stress. It's causing you kind of an uncomfortable situation here. With this 3 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, I see you working through it just fine. I think you're going to see this and just deal with it, but it doesn't change the fact that it's kind of annoying, isn't it? I don't see anything too devastating. I just see something very, like a nuisance, like a fly, you know, because you have like bees here. They're bees, not flies, but you get the idea, right? Yeah. On bottom, you have the King of Cups. You're being encouraged to remain emotionally grounded in the situation. They're really asking you to be grounded in every sense of the word, right? The King of Pentacles on bottom and the Emperor, be stable and reliable, right? And then the King of Cups is the emotional side. Don't get too riled up. Don't let this bother you too much, all right? Don't let this hurt your ego either. Whatever this Seven of Swords is, this cheating, lying, deception, kind of like gross energy, it's like infuriating almost, right? Don't let that bother you too much, okay? Don't let anyone have any power over you, okay? So that's really your advice, okay? To keep fighting, right? The Nine of Wands really is a keep fighting, keep going, because you're almost there, right? That Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands. The almost there is that Ace of Wands moment where you either, you know, it just becomes easier for you to deal with this month, right? You have a kind of an inspiration, creative epiphany, aha moment, all right? That kind of takes away from all this like darker, more annoying energy, okay? All right. So I'm going to grab from my Botanical Inspirations deck. Okay, so let's see what other messages there are for you. For pile 1. Any other messages for pile 1, please? Okay, we have Asters, which is elegance and patience. Yeah, they really want you to be patient with yourself and be patient with whoever this is or whatever situation this is. They want you to be really patient and grounded and stable and almost methodical in the way that you approach this energy, okay? Being brash will not help you, all right? Even though you have the Sun and Leo here, that energy only comes in towards the end, right? They want you to be, I'm almost thinking of temperance, right? Temper yourself here while you're dealing with this tricky situation, okay? We also have Lilac. First emotions of love. So you do have romance in your month, okay? Love is the magician that pulls man out of his own hat. But I'm also like just being drawn to the Magician there. Like the Magician, that card's a pretty tricky, deceptive energy, especially if it's reversed, right? The Magician's pretty smart, and that's why he's like kind of clever. He's got that Virgo / Gemini mercurial energy. So this is really just saying like there's something tricky going on here around your work life or your career, okay? But I will draw you some love cards because this is romance, okay? So let's go ahead and do that right now. You have Sweet Pea on bottom, which is blissful pleasure. So even though you have this I want to say like a dumpster fire going on around you, they're encouraging you to also take some time for yourself and like if you need to cool down, do something fun, right? Do something pleasurable for yourself, all right? Whether that means like a cup of coffee or like a slice of cake, or I don't really know what it is for you, okay? You'll know. But you know what also says, the little quote, it says, follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Okay, so I think this is also talking about this Ace of Wands, the Sun energy over here, right? I told you that it would be like creative type of it, like inspiration type of situation we have going on here. That's what it's talking about, right? It might feel like this path that you're currently on, this career path, is a bit of like a brick wall, right? And I think by the end of the month, you're going to be deciding to follow your passions instead, right? So we have the Eight of Pentacles here. That's actually about your passions, right? It's the practical side of your passions, the things that you enjoy, right? So by the end of the month, you're going to be discovering what that is, or at least starting to go that way, okay? And kind of deciding that this maybe isn't for you, right? I don't think you're abandoning it completely, but I think you're just starting to realize what maybe the right path is for you. Okay, and it feels very creative, okay, like a creative venture, okay? So let's grab you some love cards. This is my Love Compass Oracle deck, so let's see. So any messages for pile 1 for the month of November, please? Get a little messy here. All right, you have one-sided love. Ooh, oof. Okay, Well, hold on, we'll get to that. Let's get one more, or maybe two more. You have time apart. Okay, one more and that's it. All right, there we go. And we have optimism and acceptance. Okay, so, all right, you're being given a bit of a warning here as far as romance goes. I know, I'm sorry, that sounds so grim, but I gotta tell you what the cards say. Okay, so one-sided love and time apart. You know, honestly, you know, this is, like, I did ask about romance, but this, like, low-key feels like your career thing going on here. It's like one-sided love and time apart. It's like maybe you need to step away from your career or this, like, work situation, okay? Because maybe you don't love it as much as you thought, or it doesn't love you as much as you love it. You know what I mean? Right? Like maybe you need to step away from it for a second and decide that maybe you want to pursue your creative ventures instead. All right? Yeah. Like there's a lack of like balance and like emotional fulfillment as far as like your work goes this month, right? Or maybe I think it's been this way for a while, you know? The Nine of Swords doesn't just like pop up out of nowhere. That thing builds, you know? And then optimism and acceptance. Yeah, like optimism and hope for the future. Hope for something better. Hope for something else, right? So that is what I see as far as your career goes, how this applies to like what we've already said. But, you know, this is about love, so we have first emotions of love here, right? So usually this can pertain to like crushes, you know, like a first love, like love at first sight type of situation. So I think this month, like you might have that type of like thing come up where like you see someone walking down like at the grocery aisle, I guess, and they're like, oh, they're kind of hot. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit of a downplaying it probably, but I think they're just telling you that it's a bit one-sided. Whatever comes up this month as far as romance goes, it's going to be a little bit one-sided, okay? Don't get your hopes up too far, like too much for it, okay? You might want to keep your hopes up for something else, or something better, something different and more fitting for you, all right? Now, if you're already in a relationship, as far as romance goes, then perhaps if it is one-sided after all, this is not new information for you, okay? You probably know that it isn't, like, totally reciprocal. I've found in, like, with experience that the one-sided love, this comes up not because, like, it's, like, not reciprocated, but it's just not equal, okay? It's supposed to be like a 50-50 type of thing going on here, not an 80-20, right? So this is all that is really indicating. If you have a relationship and it isn't like giving as much back, then that's what a one-sided love would be here, right? And they're saying maybe you decide to just give yourself a little bit of a break and try to reanalyze and reassess that situation, right? So, and they're also saying it's like optimism and acceptance. You know, you're supposed to accept a situation for what it is, right? Let's not get our hopes up too far, right? Let's just be grounded, right? There's a lot of advice here for you to be grounded and to accept where things are as of right now, right? And optimism is probably telling you to hope for maybe something better. All right, keep that hope for something else. All right, I'm sorry if that's a bit of a not so happy message. All right, so I'm going to grab you cards from one last deck. Okay, this is my Literary Witches Oracle deck. Okay, so we're gonna get like 2 cards probably. So let's see. Final messages for pile 1, please. Okay, what does it say? You have vision. All right. Okay, hold on. We got cards everywhere. So vision, 1 more, please. Final messages for pile 1. And devotion. Yeah, okay. So what do we have on bottom? We have identity. Okay, so yeah, this month you're trying to figure out where you actually want to be. I mean, you're on this path, right? You're on this career path, or you have this job, right? And you're like, is this actually what I want for the rest of my life? Is this actually what I want to do? You're reassessing. We talked about reassessing. You're reassessing who you are and if your career or your job reflects that, right? So that's the underlying energy. You have vision and devotion. This card actually talks about your passions, right? We've been talking about that this entire time. It's like, what are your passions, right? And what are they? And you should pursue them, right? Or you're at least starting to pursue them by the end of November, right? That's exciting, right? You have a lot of exciting energy going on here. Like, this is a bit grim, and you're going to work through it, but it's the end of the month that's really shining through for you guys, okay? I think you're slowly starting to identify what you really want, and you're going to go get it, right? That's good. That's powerful energy. All right. And vision. Yeah, this is the same thing. This is the end of the month where you're like, okay, maybe I have a vision of what I want to devote the rest of my life to, right? Or at least my life right now, right? This is just saying that you're going to be chasing after your dreams, maybe in a small sense, right? When I say small sense, because everything starts somewhere, right? That's why we have the Three of Pentacles too. It's everything starts slowly and then it builds up and then you have something big and grand and amazing, okay? So the last thing we're going to do is grab some stickers and I'll play you guys some songs. And that will be it. Okay, so I've got 2 sachets. Oh, you have an S. An S came out. So that fell on vision. So maybe, I don't know. S might be important to you in some way, shape, or form. All right. Maybe you like sculpting. Like S for sculpting. I don't know, just an idea. All right, so I have 2 sachets here. This one contains songs. This one contains letters. So I'm going to roll a dice and see how many songs and stickers I'm pulling for you. So let's see. We have kind of a mess going on here, don't we? Okay, so how many songs am I pulling for pile 1, please? I'm pulling 6. Of course they said 6. Okay. I won't link all 6 songs in the description below, but I'll roll and ask like which one is the most important, and then I'll link that one in the description. Okay, so y'all go listen to that one. But okay, so messages or songs for pile 1, please. All right, you have I Lost a Friend by Phineas. Okay, yeah, I really was getting like a betrayal type of situation going on here with like your career and stuff, right? It was like that was rude. That was nasty energy. Okay, so you have Silence Before You Exit. You know, this song actually talks about like it gives off like crush vibes, like as far as the romance goes. But anyway, so yeah, we talked about that, didn't we? Okay, so we need 4 more messages for pile 1. We have Los Angeles by The Midnight. I like this song. It gives off it's pretty nostalgic. Okay, you have Out of My League by Fits and the Tantrums. It looks like you guys are like, some of you guys are like really falling hard for someone this month. Okay, really crushing on someone, huh? Okay, 2 more. You have Wasted Youth by Fletcher. And 1 more. You have Always in My Head by Coldplay. Dang, you guys are really like crushing on someone, or you really like someone. Of someone, I guess. Alright, so let me just ask now. It's like, which of the 6 songs that we just pulled is the most important for pile 1 to listen to? The 5th one. So Wasted Youth. This is the song that you should listen to the most, alright? I'll link this one in the description below, but make sure you check out the other ones. They have messages in there for you too, okay? Wait, you probably can't see that. It's not in frame. Dang. Hold on. Let me move it. Can you see it up there? Yeah. So I Lost a Friend, Silence, Los Angeles, Out of My League, Always in My Head by Coldplay, and Wasted Youth by Fletcher. Alright, so how many letters am I pulling for pile 2? Oh no, this is pile 1. How many letters am I pulling for pile 1? 2. You guys only get 2 letters. So you have a Q. Q and a T. QT, like a cutie? Aw. That's kind of cute. See what I did there? Okay. So now I'm gonna pull some stickers for you guys. Stickers are like charms, except I wanted to use stickers instead because it was more accessible. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from here. So messages for pile 1, please. It's gonna be a little bit loud. Hope you, well, I don't know if it's gonna be loud, but anyway. So pile 1 messages. Alright, you had February come out, so maybe some of you guys are like Pisces or Aquarius, or you may know an Aquarius or a Pisces. And September, so maybe some of you guys are Virgos. Virgos are Libras. And July, that's Cancer, Leo. Okay, so those are your zodiac signs that are coming through. Okay, you have this little cloth came out. I always think this is about going with the flow. We kind of talked about that, didn't we? It's like go with the flow, but also like go with the flow as in don't go too extreme on the like the spectrum of emotion, if you know what I mean. Like try to remain grounded and stable, all right? And sometimes that means going with the flow. Okay, you have vacation. Vacation, here I come. So either there might be an issue with your vacation, like I know like in like corporate, like sometimes there's like issues with like how many vacation days you get or something like that. Maybe that's the issue. For others of you, like you may need a break. We talked about that, right? Like I'm stuttering because it's like Mercury retrograde, but time apart from whatever's bugging you, right? Take a break, chill out a bit, right? Okay, so we have as like this cloud. It's like a blue cloud. I always like things like head in your clouds, or like you always in my head, right? So you're kind of like up in your head too much at the beginning of the month with like this 9 of Swords energy that can like manifest as just like thinking too much, you know? And it's kind of a pain to like think too much, right? So I think you're like feeling a bit blue, a little bit down, and a little bit anxious. It's kind of a sticky energy. It feels sticky, you know? You know, like whenever it rains or it's about to rain, you go outside and it's really humid. That's the kind of energy that's like around you for the beginning of the month. All right, so just know that you have this little girl. She fell out like, I noticed that she felt like kind of reversed. So it fell on optimism and acceptance, and it's like I feel like right now you're like, yeah, be optimistic. Ew, you know, like that's kind of energy you're in. It's hard being optimistic, right? It's hard accepting what things really are. Because like we get our hopes up, our expectations up, or it's just difficult, right? Just flat out difficult, right? I feel like this is just like representing your energy. Okay, so kind of a bit of an up and a down month for you guys, pile 1. Okay, but you know, props to you. All right, so this has been your reading, pile 1. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this has helped. If you chose this jack-o'-lantern painting, then welcome to your reading. So I just finished filming pile 1, and I found out that my mic is having substantial issues. So if the quality in audio dropped a bit, I'm really sorry. I apologize. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the reading. I'm going to use this deck to find out what your November is going to be looking like for you guys. Okay, so for those that picked pile 2, what is their November going to look like? What's happening to them in the month of November? 5 cards, please. That was quick. You have the Page of Coins. Let's get 4 more. So what's happening to pile 2 viewers in November? Your cards are flying everywhere. You have the 7 of Wands, or 7 of Rods. You have the World. Okay, this is interesting. Let's get 2 more. Oh, your card's going everywhere. We have the 7 of Pentacles. And 1 more. What's happening to pile 2 viewers in month of November? And the 5 of Swords. Okay. You have Temperance on bottom. I guess I can hold these up for you so you can see. So you have the Page of Pentacles, 7 of Rods, 7 of Wands, the World. So just like pile 1, you have 1 major arcana, and you have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so these aren't in order, so give me a second. Okay, so pile 2, right off the bat, you guys have a 7 and 2 5s. So as far as numerology goes, you have 2 numbers of conflict, okay? So 7s talk about tension, and 5s and 7s kind of talk about the same thing. They talk about tension and instability, okay? So for the majority of the beginning of your month, there's gonna be some difficulty for you to deal with, okay? I'm seeing it work out for you at the end, but let's talk about the beginning of your month, okay? So, frankly, I'm seeing some financial instability or some financial issues. Okay, I think this is present energy for you, or at least it's going to be the energy at the beginning of the month. Okay, some financial loss maybe, or some financial issues. Okay, some difficulties getting what you deserve. Okay, with the 7 of Wands here, it's like you're not standing your ground. All right, it's like you're not asking or you're not getting what you deserve. Okay. I almost feel like this is reversed, right? It's like you're not getting what you deserve, okay? Maybe someone's left you on the cold, I guess that is kind of coming through, but I'm really focused on the financial part, right? I really think that there's some financial issues for you at the beginning of the month, and it's just a lose-lose situation for you at the beginning of the month, all right? Yeah, it's like this, there's some tension here. I kind of want to find out more about it. But by the end of the month, you have this Page of Coins and the World. So either you get a new financial offer, a new job or a new career, or someone offers you something, right? So you were losing here, right? That's me being kind of brutal, a little bit harsh, right? So you were suffering from a loss here, right? But by the end of the month, the 3rd week, as early as the 3rd week, but towards the end, right, the 4th week, okay? Someone's gonna offer you something, right? Offer you a job or finance or something that will make this easier on you, right? To fix the situation, remedy this, all right? It might involve you traveling with this World here, all right? But I think what this is really trying to tell you is that when you get this offer, it's reassuring you that this is good, all right? This is a good offer, okay? It's going to make this suffering that you've dealt with closed. It's going to close that chapter for you, okay? It's going to end that. It's going to make it easier on you. You can trust this offer, all right? It's a little bit I want to say a little bit immature. It's probably not the right word to use, because pages bring messages or offers, right? Something tangible, something real, okay? But it's just a page, right? It's nothing big. It's not going to be a big offer, right? This isn't the King of Pentacles out here giving you $1 million. This is more the page saying, hey, you want to start this, or let's do this, right? You know what I mean? So it's gonna seem a little bit insignificant, a little bit smaller, but it isn't. It's gonna lead to something big. It's gonna lead to a lot of prosperity, a lot of success, all right? The World is kind of like a achievement card, or a check off the list type of energy, okay? So this Page of Pentacles with Page of Coins is going to lead to that for you. It's gonna something small leading to something big, okay? That's the easiest way that I can say it, all right? So that's pretty much the sum of your month of November, right? You're dealing with a lot of financial instability and some financial issues, and you're really suffering. You're really having a hard time making ends meet. You're having a hard time making it work. And then towards the end, you have something come through for you, right? Which kind of makes it easier on you, right? You have Temperance on bottom, which is them saying that you need to try to be as balanced as possible, okay? Especially through these first 3 cards, all right? For the majority of the month, it's gonna be really hard, all right? You got this. I mean, obviously you do, but you're gonna need to practice patience with yourself, patience with others, and just know that balance is the way that you get through this. All right. They may also be calling out that there's a lack of balance here with this Five of Coins, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Right. All right. Yeah, and even underneath you have the Nine of Wands, which is like that fighting energy, like that. So like it's that soldier that's tired of fighting, that's like almost home but not quite there yet. That's the Nine of Wands. It's like you've been fighting this battle with financial instability and those types of things for a really long time, and you're kind of tired and you're almost ready to give up. They're saying don't, keep going, try to take care of yourself as best as you can, because by the end of the month you're going to have something that's going to offer you that stability eventually, right? It's going to offer you some stability immediately, but it's going to lead to something even better. All right, that World card. All right, it's going to expand your horizons and give you that stability that you've been wanting. Okay, so yeah, and even underneath that you have the Five of Cups. All right, big disappointment here. All right, okay, so let's pull some playing cards from this deck. Okay, so messages for pile 2, please. All right, gave me exactly the number that I wanted. That's cool. So you have the Nine of Wands again, and you have the Fool and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is reiterating or confirming that this is about your finances and your career. Okay, so it's gonna look like this actually. So this is you right now. The Nine of Wands, really like struggling, really tired. I mean, I just finished explaining that, right? You've been fighting and you don't really want to anymore because it's tiring and exhausting, and you frankly don't even know if there's a way out for you, right? You're not even sure, right? You're half of you is wondering, is like, dang, are all my swords gone, right? Are all my pentacles gone? Or like, what can I do next, right? So this is reassuring you that you're gonna have a new beginning. You know, you've been struggling, you've been having a really hard time, but now you're gonna have a new beginning, right? The Fool and the Eight of Pentacles, a new beginning as far as finance, work, passions, and career goes. Okay, so this offer that you get by the end of the month is a good thing. You need to take it up. All right, don't let it pass you by. Don't let it do any of that. You take it up and it's going to be successful for you, right? You're going to need to work for it, right? It's not gonna just land in your lap, right? It's an offer, so you have to take it and run with it. Okay, so yeah, it's actually pretty good energy. All right, it's not an ace, but it's pretty good. That page of coins here. Okay, so and you have the Nine of Pentacles on bottom. The Nine of Pentacles, right? So the Eight of Pentacles to a 9. What I've been saying here with the Page of Pentacles and the World. So this offer, this smaller offer, leads into something bigger. It increases exponentially, right? Like on an exponential curve, it gets better for you. Okay, so this is definitely about your work and your career, right? So by the end of the month, you're definitely gonna be in a better place than you were at the beginning of the month. Okay, so now I'm going to pull from my Botanical Inspirations deck and see what other messages there are for you. So messages for pile 2, please. Okay, you have Snapdragon, which has graciousness and benevolence. Okay, it says no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Right, so that's exactly what I was just talking about, right? So this is a small offer that is going to be worth it in the end. Okay, so no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. This is going to be worth it for you. Okay, someone is being benevolent in this situation. Okay, they're being benevolent and gracious, and they're offering you something. Okay, and this is really reassuring you. It's like you should take this. This is gonna be good for you. Okay. All right. What is this? You have forget-me-nots, eternal memories. The best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. Okay. I think this is kind of them promising you about this little offer you have going on here towards the end, right? That we've been talking about. So you're being offered this, and if you take it up, you're going to make some memories that you're really going to love and look back on and think, wow, that was amazing. I'm so glad I did that.
right? So that's the energy that's coming in for you towards the end of the month with this offer. All right, you go from being like really, this is really grim energy with the Five of Pentacles and these two cards. It's really grim and it's kind of hard, right? That's a hard energy to live with, right? But this is going to transform your life. All right, I'm not trying to like be too dramatic or like make it seem grander than it is, but it's going to lead to something that really makes you happy. All right, these internal memories, it's not a joke. Okay. All right, so what was on bottom for you? It was rebirth and new beginnings with Daffodil. All right. Yeah, this is definitely a new beginning for you. Okay, you're being offered something that's going to really improve your quality of life. All right, new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. What's ending is this this difficulty and the struggle in your life. All right, half of me wonders, like, I don't know exactly what this financial like a problem or issue is for you, but I feel like it may be a little bit hard for you to say goodbye, right? I don't know if it's like ego, or I don't know why it would be hard for you to say goodbye to this, but I think you're a bit attached to this. Maybe it's a business or something. I don't know what it is, but it may be a little bit difficult for you to say goodbye to this life and move on to something else. But this new beginning for you is good. All right, it's going to lead to success for you. All right, it's going to lead to memories that are better for you. And even behind that, we have devotion, dreams fulfilled. All right, you're going to find your passions and your dreams in this new thing. All right, okay. So I'm going to pull you a love oracle just because I did for pile 1. Even though I didn't really get any like romance vibes from you guys, but I'll pull it anyway. Okay, so let's see. I kind of want to put this over here. No, we should put it over here if it's over there with that, right? All right, so some messages for pile 2, please. All right, call to love in November. Okay, we have reconnection. And let's get one more. So this is a reconnecting or healing of a relationship. A connection is rekindling and reviving. This could be a relationship reaching a different level. Expect a healthy shift, change, or growth. This may pertain to healing of family issues. So I know we asked for like love messages, but expect a healthy shift, change, or growth. I really think that connects to like this new beginning we have going on here, right? With you in this financial offer, right? But this is love, okay? So maybe you're reconnecting with someone that you already know, or you're getting back with someone that was from your past, okay? Okay, so let's get one more. And what we got? Resistance. Okay, so you may not be so open. All right, so once again, this is a double message, right? They're talking about your love life, but they're also talking about this. Okay, you're a little bit resistant to this this offer, right? For whatever reason, like I said, I think you're a little bit you have some emotional ties or something to this Five of Pentacles difficult situation. Like I said, like a example could be your like a business. But it could just be something else, right? There's a resistance to leaving it behind, right? But also I said like this could be someone from your past that you're reconnecting with as far as love goes, and you're like, wow, I don't really know about that. Like I don't know why I would want that. Yeah, your soul is nudging you to move forward in a direction that's in alignment with your soul and life purpose. Be willing to take steps forward, trust your intuition and higher guidance. The right path is revealing itself to you. Tear down the walls and barriers so that movement forward can occur. All right, so they're not like really saying whether you should actually reconnect with this person or not. They're not saying if they're good for you or not. They're just saying this is probably going to happen. You're not really going to be so excited about it. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. I don't really want to go any further. All right, so just know that someone from your past might be coming back, might be reconnecting with someone. All right, and just know that you may not be so excited or thrilled to hear that. Okay. Can you put it? I'm gonna put it right there. I think that's okay. All right. So the final deck that I'm going to pull from is this Literary Witches Oracle deck. So let's see. Actually, no, I put that over there, but it's bugging me. So let's put it over here. I don't think I checked the bottom of your deck for the Love Oracle. Hold on. What was it? It was communication. Yeah, I think you're gonna be talking to someone. Talking to someone that you already know, as far as love goes, okay? Yeah, there may have been like communication failures like with this person in the past, so I think they're just like bringing that up. So, like, if you really are interested in this past person or this person that you already know, then just know that communication is gonna be really important, or else like it could just like go down the wrong drain. You know what I mean? All right, so you have Snail. I don't know how to take it, but hold on. So Snail, you know, I like whenever I hear Snail, like I think it's like slow, right? Slow and sluggish. Like you're really like unsure of this offer here. Like you're suspicious of it. Yeah. So I guess I will take it after all. Came up pretty quick. All right. So let's get some more. So final messages for pile 2, please. And Doll. Okay, so Doll talks about like your childhood. Hold on, you have eye on bottom. Okay, so it talks about your childhood and nostalgia and those types of things. Okay, let me check the book just to be sure. This is a new deck that I'm working with. So let's just see. Alright, so Doll. Illusion, old wounds, and childhood. And what is Snail? Snail. Snail. Taking your time, the sacred, and fragility. Okay, so one, this person's coming back might be like someone that you knew from your childhood, or there's like there are issues and wounds there. Okay, so that's one thing. I think what I said about the snail stands, but you like not like there's like it goes back to resistance, right? It's like you're not really sure about this, not really sure if you want this, you're not really sure if this is the right way for you, right? And this also talks about illusion, right? So you're just not seeing clearly. I think that's why we saw the eye too, right? Seeking answers, seeing clearly. Yeah. I didn't even look at that before I said that, right? So you're just not seeing clearly about this situation, and that's okay, right? You're allowed to feel those feelings, you're allowed to be there, all right? I'm saying that this offer is probably going to be good for you, all right? But you make your own decision and use your own discernment, right? Your own intuition is the most important thing here, right? But just letting you know is like it seems like you're not seeing clearly, you're taking your time because of that, all right? Okay, so now I'm going to pull you some stickers. They're like charms, except I use stickers because they're a bit more accessible and I thought they were cuter. But it's the same thing. It's still like charm casting. I'm also going to pull you some songs and some letters, okay? So this is the sachet or little baggie that I have my songs in. And this is the bag with the letters. So we're going to roll a dice and see how many I'm going to pull of each. Okay? So, alright, so how many songs am I pulling for pile 2 today? 6. You know what? They made me pull 6 songs for pile 1 also. Like, who's watching? Y'all are special. Special people. Okay, so messages for pile 2. Songs for pile 2, please. You have, oh, one fell out. You have I See You by Missio. We were just talking about like you're not really seeing clearly, like some illusion, some issues there, right? So there's that. That's probably the message of the song, but okay. So we have Saturn by Sleeping at Last. We need to meditate. You know, I didn't catch that, but you know, Temperance sometimes talks about meditating. You know, that might be helpful for you to help you like get grounded and reconnect with what you actually want and all that jazz. Okay, so all right. So you have Runaway by Pharaoh. And what else do you have? You have Ink by Coldplay. Okay, it's kind of a sad song. All right, so 2 more. Yeah, Blackbeak by Young Bloodhawk. And your final song, what is it? Your final song is The Runners by The Naked and Famous. So you have 2 songs that kind of talk about like running away. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, so I'm going to ask, because I'm not going to link 6 songs in the description, that's crazy, but I'm going to ask, like, which song is the most important, like, which song holds the most important message that you guys need to hear, all right? And I'll link that song. So let's see, which song is most important out of these 6 that we pulled? The third one. So Runaway by Pharaoh is a song I'm going to link in the description below. You guys should listen to this one, all right? I mean, listen to all of them, but this one has the main message, all right? Okay, so there we go. How many letters am I pulling for pile 2 today? I'm pulling 2. Okay. So 2 letters for pile 2. Isn't that fitting? Okay, so you have a K and you have a P. KP. So those could be your initials or the initials of someone you know, or significant for other reasons. Okay? So now I'm going to pull you some stickers from this box here. Okay, so messages for pile 2, please. Sorry, I didn't mention it'd be kind of loud, but okay, pile 2. You have one fell on the floor, so give me a second. Okay, so this one says family. Okay, so they maybe encourage you to spend time with your family, and maybe that will make it easier for you, but this also, like, this little doll, you're talking about, like, childhood wounds or issues there, so maybe, like, maybe your family's intertwined in this situation somehow, alright? Okay, so what is this? Oh, it's a blank slate, isn't it? So you're being offered a blank slate here, guys, with this new offer here, right? We kind of already got that with the Daffodil, that rebirth and new beginnings. All right, but this is just reiterating, this is really confirming that this is a new beginning for you, all right? Okay, so you have a woman here, a girl. She came out reversed, and she fell on snail. All right, so half of me wonders, like, if this, like, reconnection, this person that's coming back around, is someone that you've got, like, baggage with, and you just are kind of slow to move on from them. Like, that message is coming in through for you. All right, but this could also be just representing your energy. Okay, you may just, like, be reversed here and not, like, wanting to move on, and not really wanting to take this up at all, not really wanting to move, like, kind of stagnant, right? Kind of stagnant. Okay, so what do we have? We have January, so you could be an Aquarius, or a Capricorn. Is Capricorn, does that dip into January? I can never remember, but anyway, Aquarius for sure. And July, that's Leo/Cancer energy. Those are the zodiac signs that are coming in through for you, but those could also just be important months, all right? So you have that little briefcase. This is obviously about your career and your work, so that's some clarification that we have. Are those all the stickers that you got? Oh, I guess that's it then. Okay, well, pile 2, I hope you have a great month, okay? And so thank you for tuning in, and I hope this has helped.